Four, three, two.
All right, Shalom. GMS New Orleans camp back with a live lesson, live camp. Before we get started, I'm going to give infinite honors and prayers to your house.
Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakakudash.
Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone, and salutations to the prophets across the four corners and the 1/3 and believers. All right, across the four corners. All right, and for this live camp, I just want to speak on the significance of reaching for what we can't see. All right, because you know those crowns that we striving for, the salvation. All right, though we can't physically see it. All right, spiritually through the spirit, we can see it and we're striving for it, and that's why we remain to endure. All right, and it's true. All right, because to outsiders of people in the world, all right, it look like we're just wasting our times. All right, but in reality, we actually striving for some goal that they can't even perceive. All right, and we're not of the world. That's why they can't get it.
Tell the brother get you one.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 9. I'm going to start at verse 24. Know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize? So run that ye may obtain.
Nope.
Verse 25. And every man that striveth for the masteries is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible.
Yep, and that's why we're running that race so we can obtain that prize. All right, and that prize that's not like like what you said, bro, a couple weeks ago. You said like the NBA finals. Well, we got to do this every year.
Right.
All right, we're running that race to receive that prize that consists of immortality. All right, that heavenly prize, man. That's spiritual. All right, that no man can take from you once you gain it.
Back to what said, he that striveth for the masteries is temperate in all things. And temperance meaning you have discipline. You're not taking with the cares and the affairs of this life. Not looking for, as the brother was going into, these corruptible crowns, what job, or a family man you may want to be, any aspirations you may have in this life which is about to be destroyed. You understand that? So what? Give all your all for the truth. And you have that faith and believing that, look, if I run this race and I make it to the finish line, I'm gonna receive that crown.
Yeah, and ultimately, in order to run that race and to maintain in that race, you got to keep the faith. You got to understand.
Hey, what's a race without a reward, man?
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
What's a fight without receiving a prize for the fight, man?
Or the drive or purpose behind it. Because when you enter a competition, you don't just enter a competition, just because you actually trying to pick game whatever was ever in front was ever up for grabs. All right, that's why us being men of the Lord. All right, that's why we run that race, man. Because we want that salvation, we want that crown. All right.
Guys? Oh, that's on time right there.
Yeah,
He got something good.
This is Jude.
Somebody get the word contend for him.
This is
That's on time.
Jude 1 and verse 3. It says, "Beloved, when I gave all diligence to write unto you of the common salvation, it was needful for me to write unto you and exhort you that ye should earnestly contend for the faith."
You should do what?
Contend for the faith.
Earnestly, sincerely, all right, and content. Got the word. Somebody got the word.
I got it.
Yeah.
Get down with this one.
It's Strong's G 1864. Ipagonitsomie. And it says in the Strong's definition, to struggle for, earnestly contend for, to contend.
You probably could get it.
That's like a fight. You can put it in a fight, man.
It's just like the word the strive and what all the correct is what you got.
And when you contending in you in a fight, there's two forces. There's a push and there's resistance, right?
It's blows and blowback.
Yeah. You getting pressed and somebody's pressing you. You're in a fight, and we're in a spiritual battle right now, man. You about to say?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, how our forefather Jacob to crown Israel. He contended with angels, fire.
Yeah.
Fire. He didn't let go.
I got that word.
He made the angel like, God damn.
Yeah.
I got one of the root words for the agon somie, Strong's G75. To enter a contest,
That's it.
to contend with adversaries, fight, to contend, struggle with difficulties and dangers,
Yes, bro.
to endeavor with strenuous zeal, strive to obtain something.
That's it. That's what you said.
Yeah, fighting, man. All right, continuously. All right, but the struggle in it, all right, it all goes back to your faith because it's about keeping the faith. All right, and the reason that the faith part is so important, all right, is because it's going to your whole walk is going to steady get tried. All right. So that's why you gotta make sure you're praying for faith. All right, and you just gotta keep fighting.
I want to say too, yeah, faith is important because y'all to receive, so we gotta believe to go receive from God. So that's why, hey, that's what keep us in the fight. Yeah, we believe that we're gonna receive that reward. You know, if we win.
Go ahead, bro. You had some on
You
You got more than that?
Yeah, I had just a little bit more. Just to finish it off, it says, which was once delivered unto the saints.
Yeah, you got it.
Just real quick, back what you were saying about when you fight something you can't see. This is 2 Corinthians 4, verse 18. It says, while we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal.
Yeah. And that's why we going all out for that ultimate thing or that ultimate prize. All right, because it's eternal. All right, that's the only thing that we can fight for and earn, and it can't be taken away from us. All right, that's the ultimate prize. Those spiritual things, those things not seen, not the things around us, the tangible things. Because the scriptures say here we have no continuous city. All right, everything around us, everything you can try to obtain in this world, it's gonna get burned down. You gotta do it.
I'm a. It's in Hebrews 11, but I'm gonna read 1 and 3 and jump to that contended city. Now, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Through faith, we understand. Oh, it's like it. Verse 6. But without faith, it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to the Most High must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him.
You want to see something?
Oh, you got it.
Yeah, you
Start again.
start from the top of that.
Kind of. Hebrews 11 and 6. But without faith, it is impossible to please him.
Don't go for that.
Oh, verse 5. By faith, Enoch was translated that he should not see death and was not found. Verse 1. Oh, kind.
One, yes.
Verse 1. Now, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen.
Yeah, and that was the beginning of the premise, of this live camp, right? Faith is the substance of things hoped for, things not seen. That's what it says.
Mhm.
Yeah, because like I said, we can't see those. Though we can't see those things, it's not right in front of us. We got that spiritual ourselves, by way of faith, that we know those things are still laid up for us, to obtain and to grab. Man. You got scripture.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 17. It says, for our light affliction, which is but for a moment, working for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory.
Yeah, and that's why we're suffering right now on this side, man, because we know there's something stored up for us that's way greater, than even our labor, man.
Yeah.
Our labor deserves. All right.
But then once we get rewarded with it, you're gonna look at the affliction. They say, man, that was nothing.
Yes.
You know? But verse 18, it says, while we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal.
Yeah, and that's that eternal, that eternal reward, man, that comes with all of the spiritual perks. Being a complete man in the Lord, man. Defeating death, and all the things, righteousness, being with the Lord, being in complete righteousness, man, and reigning as kings, being as the most high.
Yeah, we can't see the kingdom, right? But we could see this coming. You know, we still physically see Esau kingdom, but we could see our kingdom being built and established, man. We could see us putting the heathen in subjection, man. You know, these are the things that, brothers have dreams, visions, right? And hopes of these things to come soon, real soon, man. Come true real soon, Got it.
That's what it's really about, having vision, right? If anybody, one of the professions that Yahweh Shah had coming from his father was a carpenter. In order to be a carpenter, you have to have vision. You have to see the finishing piece of the building before it's even finished. Same thing with any artist, any guy that makes beats, musician, painter, artist that draws, which I do it myself. I can see the final piece is finished before it's even done. Most people, they can see a bunch of squiggly lines and shit going everywhere. I can see the finishing piece of it because you got vision.
Yep.
One thing, even for a running back, one of the greatest things he had to have is vision. You have to see the whole
Develop.
develop before it even develops, man. But most people don't possess that because they don't have faith, man.
Yep.
All right.
And that's another thing. Just like with prophets, it was called seers. All right. But in order to be able to get a prophecy from the Lord or to be a seer, you had to have faith first.
Yeah.
All right. So you had to be able to see, man.
Hey,
It starts with faith.
that one scripture where the Lord said, "I go to prepare a place." You talking about Yahweh Shai going to prepare a place for 2,000 years, man. That's a very very good insight on. That's a vision to go prepare a place for 2,000 years for your people, man. Yeah. I mean, that place is gonna be hella decked out. All right, it's gonna be immaculate, man. Right, but you have to have a visionary. You got to have a guy that's have supreme vision to know where to put this stone, to know where to lay the streets, to know where the buildings and different things and monuments need to go in, man.
To not give up.
Yeah, and to not give up, because that's another part of the scripture. He said about and liken unto guys that come in and not even sufficient enough to finish. Some guys don't have a vision with themselves. Adversity, things come about within their lives or whatever, and they give up. They quit. We didn't see guys quit. Everything all cool. Jake just give you a call. Hey, man, I quit. Stop playing. You look at the phone. What the fuck? Hey, brother, you show? Oh, I'm show. Quit. All right. Cool. How you quit, bro? Everybody hates a quitter, though, man. Anything with dealing with contact sports in general, everybody hates a quitter, man. The guy that gives up, especially when you know this, man. You just quit. Cold turkey, you don't even bring it out no more, man. Huh?
That's tough.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You just quit. Now you at the b-ball park with a nigga post up playing basketball and shit now. All right? Somebody see you from afar, you Carl Winslow. You got the ugly sweater on, walking the lab. You just a family man now, man. Everybody hates a quitter. God is gonna give up,
Yeah, quitting. It's even a shame by people in the world. So how much Yahweh Shai, man? If the people in the world know there's something off or something wrong with quitting, and they wicked, how you think that Yahweh Shai look at that for you to quit him? All right?
Yeah.
If I could just say real quick too, we spoke about it last week. You're supposed to be picking up the responsibility to be heirs to the throne.
Yes.
How could a quitter be an heir to the throne? It doesn't add up.
And then on top of that, you quit the truth. Like, bro, we've been, the spirit been around, the quitting and quitting the truth, whatever like that. Which brother says an oxymoron.
Mm-hmm.
You can't quit something that's true.
You can't quit Israel either.
Right.
You quit your own self, bro.
The brother from South Carolina get on a lot of why I stopped being an Israelite. You can't stop being an Israelite, man. That's just it. There's a lot of Jacob women that had experiences on certain camps and individuals, and they say they quit. All right, they quit being an Israelite, or they quit the truth, man.
Yeah, that's how we do it. Being an Israelite, man. The truth, you got your piece.
The scripture talks about, you brothers get it, the one about the not wanting the plow.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
the sluggish.
looking back.
Yeah.
Oh, look nice.
I can't.
Yeah, man.
62. Real quick, with the hope again. This is the book of Romans, chapter 8, in 24, it says, "For we are saved by hope, and hope and faith is synonymous. For we are saved by hope, but hope that is seen is not hope. For what a man seeth, why do he yet hope for it?" So if it's right in front of you, why you gonna hope for it?
Yeah, that defeats the purpose of having faith.
Right.
Because you can
Because
see it. So if that defeats the purpose of having faith, it defeats the purpose of even having a fight for it. All right, but that's the whole point, to fight for it and to prove ourselves that the Lord may confirm us. We just did a video on that. You got it.
On the verse, it says, "But if we hope for that we see not, then do we wait patient for it."
I'm gonna read in the NLT, but if we look forward to something we don't yet have, we must wait patiently and confidently. Yeah, because we must suffer for it, man. All right, struggle, contend, fight, strive. All right, and that's the whole purpose of it. All right, having that faith that we may prove ourselves. You know, what you got your
It's the proving ground, to be honest. It's the proving ground, all right? Sacrificing your time, yourself,
life.
your life, right? For this truth. It's the proving ground, just to see. It's like I bring out time and time again, every now and then, right? We'll like it into let's say like when you go to Detroit, Michigan, there's companies out there called GM, Chrysler, Jeep, and Dodge. You got Ford. Well, they got something in there called cars and trucks that they deal with. And guess what? They put it on a assembly line. They test them out before they even put it on the market to see if it's even capable of even withstanding certain things, bumps.
Mm-hmm.
They put them in certain they put them in a big ass ice box and lower the temperature to see what will fail. Well, the Lord, the wind blowing at it, wind test, water.
Adverse conditions.
Yes, adverse conditions. But guess what? The Lord doing us the same thing too. Testing us to see if we are capable of being His men. But we're adversities, man.
I want to back you up.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is Romans 12:1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service.
Yeah, and that's our reasonable service is being, first and foremost, being Israelites. And then how much more being called, to the ministry to serve the Lord. All right, that's our reasonable service. Then when that comes with, like the elders just said, sacrifice, man. And the ultimate sacrifice that we can give is, our lives, man. When you come into the church, especially when you come into the camp, all right, you instantly got to start sacrificing. All right, everything from which family time, all right, jobs, time, man. And that's one of the most important things that the most sufficient things that you can sacrifice, because Jay won't be time.
Right.
All right, so when you give that over to the Lord, all right, that's a part of proving yourself, man, and having faith. You got it. You have one. Okay.
As Proverbs 29, verse 18, where there is no vision, people perish. But he that keepeth the law, happy is he. Yeah, the main point said, where there's no vision, the people perish. If you don't have no vision, of the finished product, that's where you die. That's where you give up at. So, hey man, we keep going because we see that vision, man. And we see that vision, hey man, it's coming closer and closer. Near do we believe?
Yeah.
And we know it's going to happen. That vision's going to come.
Right.
It's like looking at what you in order to build a building, I dealt with that shit before. You gotta have the engineers or the architect come with a blueprint. He has all the schematics of that building, from the wall height, from the distance between this wall and that wall. It got all that shit, man. Well, that's the vision and that's the blueprint we got, because we read the blueprint, right? How the kingdom of heaven is going to be set up and built, right? Who's going to be the owner of that building, or who's going to be the owner of the kingdom? Who's going to be the heirs of it? We got the whole blueprint right there, man. All right, we gonna get 2 nations. Go ahead, Al.
Yeah, I want to say too. Yeah, we can't allow people to persuade us that vision not gonna come true, man.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, we gotta keep the vision, because like I say, that vision is yet for a point in time, man. And we see, hey, man, we see the vision, man, come to pass.
Yeah, you got that drunk ass uncle All right.
Sit up right now.
Yeah, he got that drunk ass uncle, man. Ah, boy, that ain't gonna have you wasting your time. Not in my lifetime. Whatever, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
You already failed in life.
Yeah.
Like,
But if they could persuade you, that means that you never had faith from the beginning. You don't
Yeah.
believe in it.
Listen to the nigga that eat pork rinds 4 in the morning. Who gonna listen to a nigga like that?
D&D side.
Yeah, D&D sausage. Nigga get the bread and use the bread on the grease.
On the grease, brother.
Scope that bitch up. Who wanna deal with a nigga like that, man? Nigga don't got no vision, man. Nigga don't see nothing.
in rusty teeth.
Yeah, eyes blocked by cataracts, man. Nigga don't see nothing. That
Shit on his eyes.
you know? Or ain't dealing. The Lord didn't basically, niggas like that, man. The Lord didn't reject niggas like that. You know? Niggas that was back in what that was, 80s and 70s and shit. The Lord, like
90s.
90s. Not saying it can't happen, but hey, man, you old bottles, man. And so, and, the Lord dealt with the particular men, particular men. Not to make it about an age thing. The Lord wakes up who He want, at whatever age He want. But hey, man, most of the majority, like they didn't say from the men in them dudes gone. The men in my family, them dudes gone, man. Jay can tell you, man, I'm just so used to eating pork, man. I can't see myself not eating it. That's crazy. All right, cool. Lord, you tell me the Lord will kill me for eating a little piece of meat? Yeah, hey,
Kill the shit out.
so, hey, man, it is what it is. Jay don't have no vision, you know.
They already killing you with high cholesterol. If I go back up what the brother said, what's it saying? Romans 3. For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of the Most High of none effect? God forbid.
That's right.
And you can't let, somebody, can't let a dead man take your crown from you. You have the truth. You understand these scriptures. You're able to go into them and break them down. While you're just looking at these people. If you're not in the truth, you're a failure. And why should you be concerned with somebody that's about to, meet their maker in a horrific way, death by pain?
What they said, what's the opinion? What's an ant's opinion to an elephant? Shit. You know? Ain't nothing, man. That's how you people opinion of us and students to us. We don't care. Like I said, we didn't have them all the time. You making little points on the comment board. You write niggas be writing a whole book on the comment board. Yeah. My God. My Lord wouldn't say nothing like that. He wouldn't do nothing like that. Hey. You gonna die with your God, man.
With a name like Ham Sandwich 313.
Yeah, man. Well, that sounds good. Hey. I'm trying to be strong. Kick my ass right now.
Here's the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 13, going back. The elder said, ain't no giving up in this day. It says, but he that shall endure to the end, the same shall be saved. So that's what we got. So we got to constantly endure, persevere, Lord, for all coming tribulations. But ain't no quitting this truth. There's only one road. And if you quit, you already know the end result. So, like the Lord said, we got to endure the end. The same that shall be saved.
It's Matthew 19 and 28. Just join into that reward and the sacrifice of you. And Yahweh said unto them, verily I say unto you, that ye which shall follow me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. And every one that hath forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands for my name's sake, shall receive 100-fold, and shall inherit everlasting life. So that's what we do this work for. That's what we make these sacrifices for. That's what we fight for. That's what we have faith in. These promises right here is reward.
And a burden is not as heavy as sometimes as it feels. Because it says in Romans, it's Romans 8 and 18, I believe.
Come on.
You bring it up.
It's Romans 8 and 18. It says, for I reckon that the suffering of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us.
Yes. So the burdens, the burdens of the cross that we have to bear, the things that we go through, it makes we men, we just men, so at times things seem hard, we fighting demons and all kind of things. Things go on. All right, but at the end of the day, by the scriptures, the comfort of the scriptures, we know that the labor that we putting in, the labor that we're going through, our reward that's laid up, for that labor is far way past what we didn't even labor for.
It say
We getting way more than we didn't even work for, but it's not even past as the scripture said, man.
we shall receive 100-fold.
Yep. So the burden it's not even heavy as we think it is. All right. But the main goal is to send dirt and to push through it, man, so that we may obtain it. You got them short term.
This is 2 Corinthians 4:16. It says, for which cause we may not, but though our outward man perish, yet inward man is renewed day by day. For our life, this is but for a moment, working for us and for our seed eternity and glory.
That spirit came out again. All right. We working for our reward is far more greater than. All right. So how much more? It's gambling with loaded dice. Okay. Everything is already laid out for us. All we have to do is just play it out and just finish, man. All right. That we obtain. All right. What we racing for? It's this race that we racing for. All right.
Yeah, it's Philippians 3:7, and it reads, but what things were gained to me, those I counted loss for Hamashiach. Yea, doubtless, I count all things but loss for the excellency of the knowledge of Hamashiach, Yahushua, my Lord, for whom I've suffered the loss of all things, and do count them but dung, that I may win Hamashiach. Yeah, so we don't just we don't weep over the things that we've lost on this journey, okay? Because what, when we win in Yahushua, that's the whole goal, to win in Yahushua, man. You see, all of these things gonna get blown away, right, and get incinerated, in the nuclear missiles anyway, bro. You want to say that?
We got to remember the story of Job.
Right.
Job went through all hell. He lost basically everything, but he still trusted Yahweh Shemiyah. He damn it does everything. Woman cursed him out, lost his resources, children, but he stood firm and trusted Lord. And that's what we got to do. We try to come because we know in a time we never seen before, because we're going to lose everything. We're going to lose things loved ones, parents, but knowing the Lord will protect us, we got to have that faith in him that we're going to receive tenfold their reward at the end.
Yeah, quick one. Real quick, I just want to say this. You got to be in the spirit that the more things that you have, more assets, more shit like that, it's more ways that Satan can uproot you too. Yeah. All right? You might see certain men within the truth that have certain accolades and assets and things like that, but they can handle that. The spirit can handle that. All right? So, the Lord have each brother spirit fashion and what they can and can't handle, personalized to them.
Yeah.
But you got it out.
There's James chapter 5, verse 10. It says, take my brother and the prophets who have spoken in the name of the Lord for an example of suffering, affliction, and of patience. Behold, we count them happy which endure. Ye have heard of the patience of Job, and have seen the end of the Lord, and that the Lord is very pitiful and tender of mercy. And they said, we've heard the patience of Job, which is why our brothers always reflect the Job, all right? Because he's an example of what we will go through in these latter times, right? You have to be prepared. Huh?
It's like a spirit booster.
Yeah. You have to be prepared to see what Job lost. And it said, you have seen the end of him. So, at the end, Job, what? He got everything back, And what was it? Twofold, right? Right.
What it say? Look at the times of old.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever trusted in the Lord was confounded.
Right.
So all this go hand in hand. That's the beauty of the comfort that the Lord gave us. Man, He gives us stories and things that happen to let us know whenever we go to this, man, you're gonna be all right. Believe in me.
And the scripture saying, mouth the first man, because the end of that man is peace. But the end, okay, the trial, you can let the trials and your sufferings, you can let that be the end. Or you can let your triumphant overcoming those things be your end, man. And that's what that's what the whole goal is, man. All right. That's not our what the trials and tribulations and the hardships come in at. That's not, we don't give up right there, man. That's not where it ends for us.
They should,
All right.
that's why I said we count them happy.
Yep.
Because hey, that mean the Lord start to deal with you, man. You start going through those afflictions, those trials and tribulations, you know. Go ahead.
It says wisdom, trieth a man.
Yep.
Sirach 6, and layeth chains and fetters on him to see if he's worthy. And if he does, endure those things, it says later on those chains become like robes of glory and honor.
Yeah, and it's like spiritually becoming, because they have the trainers for like the Navy SEALs and all that. Alright, because it seemed most people quit. Alright, it's because the testing part of it is real strenuous. Alright, and it's all based on they just trying to break your mind, man. Alright, but spiritually when you look at it, if you able to keep your mind, alright, you can overcome it, man. And you can actually achieve, that spiritual goal that you're trying to achieve, man. Alright. I think that's a time I got here.
This is Job 13 and verse 15. It says, though he slay me, yet will I trust in him, but I will maintain mine own ways before him.
Though he slay me, yet will I trust in him. Alright, because we know ultimately we not just being punished, man. A slave. Alright. Ultimately, we know that the Lord he's chastening us. Man.
That's a part of our cross too. Man.
Yep.
Right. What the fuck is a job? Because the job is not in sync with what we're doing. Hey, I need you to cut your beard. Hey, I need to find another job.
Yeah.
If it's getting that bad, and the Lord, that's our form of slaying us, man, catching hell.
Yeah, the job not the end all be all. I mean, if the Lord got you that job, there's plenty more jobs out here you could get. All right, it's about having faith, man.
Yeah, even the woman, who gave you that woman?
Yep, sorry.
The Lord gave you that woman, man. You ain't get that woman because you got game. You got a giggling and laughing. Hey, the Lord put it on your spirit for you to get her, man. Or she to come to you.
And
the job,
and the children.
The children too.
Yeah.
Jake be tripping, man.
Like brothers was going into as well. Like I said, those certain things, it might be good for another brother, it might not be good for somebody else. But for a brother that is good for it, it's probably something that'll light fire for you to work hard, to do such and such. For just backing up that point.
To your message, yep.
Yeah, the scriptures talk about, I believe it's in Matthew the 19th chapter, it talks about not every man could even have a woman in the first place. So those women, that we have could be stumbling blocks, or they could be put in place for potential deliverance,
Yeah, and ultimately too, all right, when you put everything on the table and you just put your feelings to the side and you deal with reality, and the spirit of the Lord dealing with you, understand, this just a job. It's just a job, or this just a woman, or this just a call at the end of the day. So your faith shouldn't get you put out. It shouldn't stop at a call, or it shouldn't stop at a job, or it shouldn't stop at a woman, or those are minor inconveniences. And things that we're gonna get hundredfold, if we be able to maintain our walk, man. Receive salvation.
Right. The scriptures talk about what being basically like a unit. You know what I'm saying? So you basically taking everything, putting it to the side and doing the work of the Lord, so you can bring forth the kingdom of heaven potentially.
We're dealing with delayed gratification. Somebody look up delayed gratification.
I just did a lesson on that.
Yeah, that's what we're dealing with, man. We're not looking for instant gratification, which most of the world looks for instant gratification. You do something for somebody looking for a reward. Oh, come on. They're looking for something in return. We're looking for something in return, but not right now. It's not on our time. Right?
I'm about to say, I got it for you.
You got it?
I literally did a lesson on it yesterday. I had typed in what is delayed gratification, right? Now it says delayed gratification is the ability to resist the temptation of an immediate smaller reward in order to gain a larger.
Hey, what it said about Moses? Somebody get that
Hebrews 11.
Read it. Make your point. Read it again. That's the first thing I thought. You know.
This is
Uh,
smaller reward in order to gain a larger, more desirable reward in the future. It essentially is choosing to work towards long-term goals over short-term pleasures. This involves resisting impulses and exercising self-control to achieve a more significant benefit down the line. And what's the significant benefit down the line? It's the crowns, man.
That's one of the points of the truth in a nutshell, man. Right, delayed gratification, man. Not doing things in the import. We're gonna get all the women we want, man. Right? We're gonna get everything that our heart desires, man. But it has the business of things has to be handled as of right now. You know, we get brothers do their thing, but it ain't all about that. You don't lose your fucking wig behind that shit, man.
Ain't all about the box or the Benjamins.
Yeah, all the food, man.
Chicken wing.
It's none of your business, thing.
No, that make.
Yep. Yeah, it's all about the patience and the wait for it. Just like a body does.
That's the point.
Yes.
So what is the expectations of it? Like what it is? Anticipation of it.
Anticipation.
Of it. Hey man, you been dating this girl. She's fine as fuck. Y'all laughing on the phone. You fall asleep, and then one day she just at the house and she said, "Hey, she want to do the damn thing.
Go time.
It's go time." Just that whole point, man. The process of this.
That's jiggling time.
Yeah, the whole process. Boy kiss girl, girl kiss. Man,
The next thing
then you slipping in drawers, the steam coming out. But hey, man, you know what, man. You know what I'm saying? The whole point, though, bro. Your heart beating and shit. That's the whole point of it.
That's what make it worthwhile.
Yes.
That's what make
The wait.
The wait. The anticipation of it.
Just like anticipation of you didn't stack your money. You want to get this particular car here. You stack your money. You done went through you signed the papers, and then come pick it up Friday. It's 5:00 Friday. You fucking going through traffic, man. Yeah. You go there, you looking for that car go right there. It's shined up, but it's the whole feeling of that. That's how it is for us, man. It's the wait, but the wait finna be over with though, man. Go ahead,
Yeah, then you go outside, you keep looking at it.
Yeah.
You know you got the car already.
Yeah. Wiping on the time. You knocking little bugs and chance off.
Do anything.
Yeah, you make it.
Sitting there taking deep breaths. Smell all goddamn big, man. They took 40 Instagram pictures, man, from the back seat and all. We all in the trunk. Come on. Go ahead, brother. Hey, get that one with Moses. That was it, though.
Back in Hebrews 11, going into that faith.
It's instant gratification.
Delayed
gratification too, man.
And having that faith to believe that if you have that delayed gratification, you're going to receive what you ultimately wanted to him. This is Hebrews 11:24. By faith, Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of the Most High than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season.
Oh, wow. You want to say something?
I see something. You want to read one time, bro?
Hebrews 11:24. By faith, Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of the Most High than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season.
Yes, and then that was an honorable man, faithful man. He chose to suffer the afflictions. Israel, when he could have not.
Get the one with
he could have lived like as with Pharaoh, All right, and just live good, man. Because Israel was getting oppressed heavy. All right, but he chose to go with his people and suffer that affliction for a time. All right, that he made risen up in his latter end.
Brother, but it's crazy
Started 18
that
down to like,
even Moses back then, he knew what the reward was back then, brother. It's like, nah, I ain't about to sit at the table. I can literally sit at the table with Pharaoh and call him grandpa, man. You know, but he said, nah, man, I'm going to suffer with my people because I know the reward that's going to come with that, man. You know?
and Egypt was the preeminent empire at that time.
Yes, bro.
That's like a Jake being on this side, being a an athlete, a politician. You sitting at the heights of power,
Yeah.
but you say, hey man, fuck it. I'm gonna have faith that this place is gonna be destroyed, and I'm gonna go to my people who are at the bottom of society and take everything that comes with that,
God.
because I know what's gonna come with that with enduring.
See, we got another. The brother got another example.
6 and 10 too. 6 and 10.
Let the brother get another example, which is another heavy one, man.
You mind if I read 26 real quick?
God damn.
Esteeming the reproach of Hamashiach greater than the riches, than the treasures in Slakia. Esteeming the reproach of Hamashiach greater riches than the treasures in Egypt, for he had respect unto the recompense of the reward.
That's it. You seen what happened to Egypt? It ain't shit. It's a number of a bunch of sand niggas over there in camels.
Belly dancers.
Yeah. Motherfuckers taking pictures. Habibi. That's a song. That's all they playing over there all day, man.
Smoking hookah.
Yeah. What about Moses went with his move? That shit when it came to naught, man.
Yeah.
Well, he had honor. He had a vision. He believed in a greater purpose, man. You know, and I gotta understand too. Our people understood there was reincarnation. They understood that we got greater things coming to us, man. What the fuck is Egypt, man? What the fuck is this Egypt?
Exactly.
It ain't shit. We got the playbook. We know that this place is finna go out, man. All kingdoms from the Syrian Empire onto this very empire today has a an end date, man. Only place is gonna last forever is the kingdom of heaven. That's why it says forever, ever, and even forever. We got something great coming to us, man. But this another perfect example. It's right, just like Moses. Go ahead.
This is Second Maccabees 6 and verse 18. It says, Eleazar, one of the principal scribes, an aged man, and of a well-favored countenance, was constrained to open his mouth and to eat swine's flesh. In verse 19, it says, but he choosing rather to die gloriously than to live stained with such an abomination, spit it forth, and came of his own accord to the torment.
You got more. You got more, brother.
Come. Verse 20, it says, as it behooved them to come that are resolute to stand out against such things as are not lawful for the love of life to be tasted. It says, verse 21, it says, but they that had the charge of the wicked feast. It says, for the old acquaintance that had, it says, that had with the man taken him aside, besought him to bring flesh of his own provision. It says, such as was lawful for him to use, and make as if he died, as if he did eat of the flesh taken from the sacrifice commanded by the king.
The man just act like you're eating it, man. Just play like you just make the chewing motion as if you ate it, man.
It's really chicken or lamb, but pretend like it's pork.
Watch what he do, man. Eleazar, go ahead.
Verse 22, it says that in so doing he might be delivered from death, and for the old friendship and with them find favor. Verse 23. But he began to consider discreetly and as become his age, and the excellency of his ancient years, and the honor of his gray head, whereunto he was come, and his most honest education from a child, or rather the holy law, made and given by God. Therefore he answered accordingly. He willed them straight ways to send him to the grave.
He said, man, kill him, man.
Yeah. And the scriptures say that I
Yeah,
think it's
more.
Proverbs 22:3. It says, train up a child in the way he should go, and he should not depart from it. All right. So when you rooted in the Lord, man, and you live right after the Lord's ways, right, those are that's the kind of mindset you gotta have, man, to be willing to even much die. All right.
I think
And
it's,
finish. You go ahead.
I think it says in Sirach too, it's like train up your son in the way.
That's what I just yeah.
It's another one where it's like when you train him up, it's like you leaveth one, it's like you leave it yourself behind.
I'm getting that.
You got that?
Getting that.
You leave it yourself behind to grieve the enemy.
Yeah, what to, yeah.
And as he's going in with Eleazar, he left behind that reputation. So all those Israelites that saw that, they're like, look, if he could do this, like, what am I doing giving up? Like, I'm gonna follow that example and take it to the head if I have to.
Yep.
And as it says in Sirach 2, look at look at our forefathers and all the generations of old and see if the Most High ever forsook anyone that called upon him. Even though he was put to death, that's his eternal testimony. And he's clearly coming back. If he's not back right now, he's a man of the Lord.
Hey, we still talking about him to this day.
Exactly.
That's right.
He's building up our look. He trained us up as his sons in the spirit to have an example. Like, look, if we got to go, kind of.
That's take it to the door if need be, man.
Real quick.
That's what I said. I think Black Snake Moan. You ever seen that? You know,
Samuel L. Jackson.
I don't remember what he said. I know
See,
he's
when you
crazy.
kill me, kiss my ass.
That's the one with the chapter.
Yeah, that's an incorruptible reputation, man. All right.
But watch this. They got more. He read, he got more.
Verse 24. For it becometh not of our age, said he, in any wise to dissemble, whereby many young persons might think that Eleazar, being fourscore years old and 10, were now gone to a strange religion.
That's
I
nice.
said, man, basically, I don't even want to corrupt the youth under me to believe I did such a thing, man.
About 90.
Yeah. How many of them niggas today would do that?
Not a damn one.
Not a damn one of them, man.
Especially in their old age.
That too. You got more.
Got niggas that can't even, like you were talking about earlier, you got old niggas that can't even give up for it.
Right.
Right.
How much more you been looking like you did it?
That's hard bag, man. They offer these niggas the bag, they'll sell out, man, in a minute. In a what they say in a New York second. That's a fast second. You know? But go ahead,
Verse 25. And so they, through mine hypocrisy and desire to live a little time and a moment longer,
He's like, baby, I ain't got that long to go any goddamn way. What am I sell for? You know? Go ahead.
America ain't got that much longer.
Yeah.
So what are you doing giving up this close to the end?
Right.
You got niggas still selling out, man. You got niggas still selling out, changing the name and the doctrine, becoming a fucking influencer after he didn't had a peg in his ass, man.
Come on.
Niggas, man. And we gonna be on your ass to the kingdom, man.
Right. Not like that.
Not like that. No Diddy.
No Diddy.
You know?
Facts.
Go ahead.
and it reads, it says, should be deceived by me, and I get a stain to mine old age.
Please, Baba Gashar, read that one again.
Should be deceived by me, and I get a stain to mine old age.
Yeah, because if that's the case, it'll be another way that we talking about this dude, man. What's his name? Eleazar.
So he'll be an example what not to do.
Yeah, we'll be saying a whole other tune about him, man.
Nigga.
But he went out with honor. You know, even as an old man. Because most of the examples in the scriptures, when You know, Jake get old, they get weak. I think you. Where you at?
Verse 25, 2 Maccabees 6:20.
Oh, the GNT say.
Oh, that's what I'm getting.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
GNT, yeah, he might well go to the 31, brother.
And make it abominable. 26. For though for the present time I shall be delivered from the punishment of men, yet should I not escape the hand of the Almighty, neither alive nor dead.
So he thinking about the Most High. He's like, man, fuck these men. Yeah, I can make, escape the hands of men, but what I'm gonna do against the Most High?
Gotta deal with the Lord.
You gotta deal with the Lord, man. Same thing when it comes down to that chip. You worrying about a goddamn centurion, one of these soldiers. Jake fuck around and take that thing, man. But you're not thinking about the Most High. The Most High tell you the truth, what he gonna do you? Taking that chip, selling out, right? Getting weak, man. And this time, the way things are going, you shouldn't have them fucking Bambi knees, man. Y'all seen Bambi, huh? Yeah. Bambi knees, man. Getting weak as a fucking wet bowl of noodles, man. This is the time you should be getting stronger. This is the time you should be screaming on this devil, man. Fuck this devil, man. Go with your move. Go ahead.
27. Wherefore now manfully changing this life, I will show myself such an one as mine age requireth.
He getting on, man. He getting on his ass in a more professional. He getting down with him, man. Go ahead.
28. And leave a notable example to such as be young to die willingly and courageously.
That's goosebumps, bro. My hair standing up. It's still to this day read. We reading it about how honorable he stood up. All right, go ahead. That's an example.
For the honorable and holy laws, and when he had said these words, immediately he went to the torment. 29. They that laid him changing the good, will they bear him a little before into verse 29. It says, they that laid him changing the good, will they bear him a little before into hatred, because the foresaid speeches proceeded as they thought from a desperate mind. Verse 30. But when he was ready to die with stripes, he groaned and said, it is manifest unto the Lord that hath the holy knowledge, that whereas I might have been delivered from death, I now endure sore pains in my body by being beaten, but in soul am well comfort, in soul am I well content to suffer such things, because I fear him. 31, and it says, and thus this man died, leaving his death for an example of a noble courage and a memorial of virtue, not only unto young men, but unto all his nation.
Oh, that's heavy, man.
Man.
Come on.
Israelites indeed.
It's Romans 15:4. It reads,
There ain't no Edomite there, man. That's a Jake. Only Jake will go out like that, man.
Big time, man.
Go ahead. I just had to say that thought, man.
Romans 15:4, and it reads, for whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. Simple and plain.
I got a precept to it.
Brother, that's strictly 6 and 10 too. Somebody over there.
Yeah, I got it. This the precept backing up. Basically the theme of all that is you gotta be a man. You gotta be a man of the law. This first Maccabees 2:64. Wherefore ye my sons, be valiant and shew yourselves men in the behalf of the law, for by it shall ye obtain glory. Yeah. And that's plain, yeah, man. You got too much to say on. You gotta be a man, stand on business.
Yeah, we all gotta stand on business, man. Knowing what we know. They make movies about all type of. They should have made a movie about that, man. That man went out. I'm talking about what they say. Jay said he went out like a G.
Yeah.
He went out like a G, man. The seven sons of Maccabees too, and their mother. Their mother went out like a total gangster.
Yes. The next chapter.
Yeah, next chapter, the very next chapter.
Yeah.
Went out. Man, do what you got to do, man. Then they were doing it in front of each brother and the mother. They still took it to the dope. How many of you Jakes ready to take it to the dope right now, man? Esau come with them paddy wagons over that hill, helicopters, all right, boots and all, man. You got to take it to the dope.
That's right.
Yeah. You know, I see him. Fucking dickhead. Goddamn Tom Hilfiger model, man. Yeah, we looking at your like Spider-Man. Fucking ass, man. Tom Hilfiger. Walking like you got a pineapple up his ass, man. Fuck out of here. Dumbbell up his ass. Go ahead. Yeah, man.
All right. It's Isaiah 51:12. It says, I, even I, am he that comforted you. Who art thou that thou shouldest be afraid of a man that shall die?
Yeah.
And of the Son of Man, which shall be made as grass. And that's our mindset when it comes to being put to death for the truth. Man, we're not scared of you devils, man. You know, we ain't scared of you motherfuckers, man. Boy, Ernie Mac said, man.
Ernie Mac said that. Niggas here.
Yeah, we ain't worried about them niggas, man.
Man, Jake can't get out their own fucking way.
For real. But verse 13, it says, and forgettest the Lord Yahweh, thy maker, that has stretched forth the heavens and had laid the foundations of the earth, and has feared continually every day because of the fury of the oppressor, as if he were ready to destroy. Question mark. Or where is the fury of the oppressor? Question mark. So we literally sitting here telling East, man, go with your move, man.
Right.
All right, we don't care. All right, the Lord be with us. It's nothing you could do against us, man. You know? Oh, beautiful.
We serve a power. Well, his name means you just gotta sum it up as he exists.
Yeah.
He's just almighty. Right? So who is a man?
Right.
What's a man? All right. Compared to a power who can do anything. He's just way beyond even what we can even fathom.
Yes.
What is that a fear? And he gonna die just like we. If he put us to death, what you think the Lord gonna do to him when the Lord come back?
Yeah.
You know. Go ahead.
You got a good one over there too.
Everybody.
Go ahead.
All right. Just to back you up, y'all. It's Matthew 10 and verse 28. And fear not them which kill the bodies, but not able to kill the soul. But rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell.
Yeah, man. We serve a power who has the ultimate judgment.
Yeah, because whatever happens in the physical realm has to be sanctioned by the Most High. It's clearly in the scriptures in Matthew. Not even so much as a what it is
That's the next verse.
It's the next verse. Yeah, bring that out. And go back to the Lord got to sanction and summon everything to happen, man. That's why we tell you, bros, you can't be scared of these niggas, man. A nigga, nobody can do you nothing unless the Most High wants it to happen.
Yes.
Nigga be up there talking, tattoos in the face, goals, all that shit, talking rough. Them niggas ain't gonna do shit, man. Can't do nothing. You can read it again and keep going.
It's Matthew 10 and 28. And fear not them which kill the body, or are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him able to destroy both soul and body in hell. Verse 29. Are not two sparrows sold for a featherling? Question mark. And one of them shall not fall on the ground without your father.
Yeah, so the Lord got to, even if a bird died, the Lord sanctioned it to happen, man. So how much more us? The Lord said he, we counted worthy, man. The Lord said he counts all the hairs on our head.
Yeah, say that in the next verse.
Just say the next verse. Keep going. Keep going.
Verse 30. But the very hairs on your head are all numbered. 31. Fear ye not, therefore, ye are of more value than any sparrow. Whosoever therefore shall confess me before men, him will I confess also before my Father which is in heaven.
Are we not confessing the Lord to the world right now? Are we not? Are we not out here on the highways and byways? All right, preaching and teaching. Are we not on the airways or the what they call it, the World Wide Web? Yeah, the information superhighway. We ain't got no masks on like the Ku Klux Klan. We got our faces out, garments on, scriptures out, and we talking about him. We talking about what he's going to do. We're talking about the kingdom of heaven. We're giving you the vision. You got it.
Yeah, because we understand that something comes after this. This ain't the end all be all. Even if you die on this side, we still gotta go back and report to who? The Most High, man. All right. So with us knowing our works, follow us no matter where we go or what happens to us. All right. We understand that we just gotta put our faith in the Lord, man, and be able to endure, all the hardships and the things that just come before us. And knowing that the Lord got it that way. That's a part of having faith too. Knowing that the Lord had this written out like for it to happen.
Right.
All right. So we just accept it. All right. I don't know what more to do.
This is 2 Timothy 2 and verse 1. It says, "Thou therefore, my son, be strong in grace that is in Hamashiach Yahushai, and the things that has heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful men, who shall be able to teach others also. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua Mashiach. No man that war entangle himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who hath chosen him to be a soldier. And if a man also strive for mastery, yet is he not crowned, except he strive lawfully. The husbandman that labor must be first partakers of the fruits."
Yeah, that's pretty much. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, point is to endure hardness. All right, that's the soldier for our side. That's the going back to the premises again. All right, that's the path of the way that you should model your mind. All right, we reaching for something that we can't see, though we can't see it physically, we see it spiritually. All right, we confessing the Lord, all right, and hoping and believing that will. And it's past that. This point is even past hoping. All right, we just know after this, all right, we gonna be the Lord's gonna confess us, to the Most High, man. Yahweh Shai gonna confess us to Yahweh. All right.
We gotta just do as soldiers do, man. We gotta wait to the next orders.
Yep.
We gotta continue doing what we're doing. A soldier don't have
Carry out the mission.
Yeah, carry out the mission. Yeah, the soldier has to deal with all type of hardships, right? All type of you can't predict the battle, man. The battle just happens. You gotta just adapt. That's the one thing that most men have to learn, and it's true too, to learn to adapt to things, man.
Yep.
Right? You can't adapt. You kind of
Yeah,
you kind of stuck, man.
because it's no limits on other things that can happen in the world of war.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing off limits. All right. So everything that could get touched probably will get touched or can get touched.
Hey, look at what happened with Job with Satan. The Lord had to tell Satan, "Hey, look, you can do whatever you need to do to him, but just don't kill him." No, but what he did, he touched Job's flesh. He touched Job's house.
Man.
It's no, all bets are off, man.
Yep.
All right. Something happened today to any one of us or somebody. One thing Satan does too, it touches people next to you just to affect you too, man. You gotta continue to go. You all right? You can't hang up. I'll quit because my mom's died. Oh, because of my favorite grandpa died, or my favorite uncle died. No, you gotta keep going, man. Or your woman, you know. But it does. But he, Satan does that to try to test you, though, man. Probably give it like a couple more minutes. I'm gonna do something. When I come back from that, brother, tell whoever got a piece of God. Yeah.
It's the book of James chapter 1 verse 12. It's James 1 and 12. It says, "Oh, blessed is the man that endured temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord had promised them that love him." Yep. That's just backing up that point of you got to keep going. Like you got to be able to withstand the temptations we can run into.
Like you gonna be you when you gonna get tempted, man. All right, like the elders is going into. I say you gonna use vices and things like that to tempt you, all right, or to pull you out the field. All right, but if you're able to endure and overcome those temptations, then there's a crown laid up in heaven for you. All right, but that's the whole goal of what we striving for, man. Is being servants of the God. Become like
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 3 and 10. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. Read let you how shall see something. Come, knowing that you're going to be tempted, and this hellhole that we in, but having that faith and that patience of going through this, and doing the works of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, the Lord is ultimately going to hold his end of the bargain and keep you safe through all of these troubles. But it says, verse 11, behold, I come quickly, hold thy fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. So stay grounded in the truth, stay grounded in your beliefs. And that's the way you hold on to your crown.
This Revelations 2 and 10 on the same type of time. If you fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer, behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried. And ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful until death, and I will give thee a crown of life. Going on with that theme, that them trials and tribulations. We have to go through that. But have faith.
Gotcha. This is the book of Romans, chapter 8. Started, the whole thing is good. Well, we start 31. It says, what shall we say then to these things? If the Most High be for us, who can be against us? He that spared not his own son, but delivered him up for us all, how shall he not with him also freely give us all things? And it jump down, it says, as it is written, we'll jump down to verse 36. As it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long. We are accounted as sheep for the slaughter. Nay, in all these things we are more than conquerors through him that have loved us. For I'm persuaded that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor powers, nor things present, nor things to come, nor height, nor depth, nor any other creature shall be able to separate us from the love of Yahweh, which is in the Mashiach Yahweh Shai, our Lord.
Yep, and the scriptures say that Sirach 4 and 28, the strive unto truth, strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for me. All right. So if you just it's a saying, it's a cliche or something that they have in the world. You put all your eggs in one basket. Yeah, but when you do that with the Lord, you can't lose. Right. If the scriptures say to strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee, who could beat the Lord?
Right. Yeah, sure bet.
That's why I mentioned said it earlier, we gambling with loaded dice, man. The game is already set for us. It's already in our favor. All we gotta do is just play it. All right. So
I got it. I got it. I let you. But now you don't.
Oh, but not Harry, you have. Go ahead. It's a lot. I forgot.
It's the book of James chapter 5, verse 8. Well, so James chapter 5, verse 10. Take my brethren, the prophets who have spoken in the name of the Lord, for an example of suffering, affliction, and of patience. Verse 11. Behold, we count them happy which endure. Ye have heard the patience of Job, and have seen the end of the Lord. And the Lord is very pitiful and tender, and of tender mercies.
We'll see some more. Came out of there too, for sure.
Oh, God. Yeah, basically, like, we gotta look at the generation of old and what the things that they did. And Job is a prime example of what we all have to go through. The suffering, and at the end of it, he was rewarded, got everything back in a hundredfold. And whatever we sacrifice, we'll get that back in a hundredfold.
Yeah, right. And the Lord, it's like I said, it's all set up in our favor. Not only do we have the comfort of knowing these things won't happen to us, it's also giving examples of what it's happened to men, to give us even more comfort, to know that we able to also overcome those things, man. Because we are our forefathers, all right? The men before we went through those things and overcame it, those men back today, all right? So it's not far off. We men just like them. All right. We serve the Lord just like they were serving the Lord, man. All right. So it's not like we can't do those things. We just have to have the faith, to be able to overcome it. Be able to overcome it, man. You don't want to get you first,
All right. This is Sirach 2, verse 4.
Oh yeah, that's
Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient, and thou wilt change to a living state.
my favorite one right here. You want to say some more? You read verse 5.
All right.
Yeah,
Verse 5. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
Yeah, acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. We those precious, be that gold, man. We those precious stones. Just gonna constantly be tried. And the only way that we can be made acceptable, is if we come out it. Purified, better than the man who was just purged from, man. To keep overcoming, because we're gonna constantly be tried. But we only acceptable, if we able to endure. Yeah.
Okay, Hebrews chapter 6 and verse 10, it
Yes.
says, for the Almighty is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which ye have showed towards his name, and that ye have ministered to the saints and do minister.
Mhm.
Verse 11, it says, and we desire that every one of you do show the same diligence to the full assurance of hope unto the end. So, the Lord, he don't forget your labor of love. Our works do follow us. So one thing about it, we got to constantly persevere, whatever adversities whatever we are facing, we got to be, diligent, what I'm saying, grounded and seated. The Lord is watching us, he constantly, recording us right now, seeing what we're doing. It's not, it's not in vain. The Lord's getting ready to reward us, which in fact is the kingdom of heaven.
Yeah, because this the only stock that you can invest in that can't plummet. All right. So knowing that the Lord don't forget our works, I imagine being told you're gonna go through those things, but all you have to do is just go through it. You automatically win. All right. So how you quit a game that you automatically win? You just have to play the game out. Yeah. Come on, man.
This is the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 7, and verse 6, and it reads, there is also another thing. A city is built upon, a city is built and set upon a broad field and is full of all good things. That's what he was talking about, right? At the end of that read game. Verse 7, it says, the entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water, and only one path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go at once. And it's the point. If this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance? Question mark. And I brought that out because hey, these things that we go through, they're put in place on purpose. It's not just a coincidence, all right, that things happen to you when you get into the truth. All right. No, all these things are perfectly tailored for each individual you see out here, man. Each individual person, prophet, I'm gonna say that, I have their own path, right? They own, but it's I'm gonna say their own.
To the measure.
Yeah, it's according to their method to get to the kingdom of heaven, man. All right, and it's that path of righteousness, but each man walking differently. You see?
Yeah, we all have a telling me in hell.
Yeah, that's the better way of saying it. Why?
God.
You got it.
Good. I got one. This is Romans chapter 8. I'm gonna start at verse 16. The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High. And if children, then heirs, heirs of the Most High, and joint heirs with Hamashiach. If so be that we suffer with him, that we may be also glorified together. For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. You know, if I could say, we see what Yahweh sacrifice got us, got him, he redeemed the entire nation, and now he's sitting at the right hand of the Heavenly Father. As it says in Revelation chapter 5, that everything above heaven, on earth, and underneath the earth is going to bow to him.
Yep.
And what does it say? We're going to be joint heirs if we endure. So we're going to sit at the right hand of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai and have everything under our subjection as well. So what's losing a woman, losing a job, having a health ailment, you're 5'7", you got a receding hairline. What's any of that compared to an eternity of ruling?
Yep. With the Lord and righteousness. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, just got one real quick. This gonna be backing up the brother Raya. This is 1 Peter 4 and verse 1. It says, for as much then as Hamashiach have suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourselves likewise with the same mind. Going into what, our brothers being in this truth. And like the brother Amawah said, us we have our own little created hell, man, the conditions that we go through, And it reads, it says, for he that have suffered in the flesh have ceased from sin, right? But the point is going into what? The same way the Lord suffered, we're gonna have our own sufferings too, man. So to just prepare your mind, the scriptures talk about what, what I'm saying, let go of these mortal thoughts, man. Because they're gonna be things that's, gonna happen to brothers that's, gonna be, hard to deal with, so to speak. And what you got? Right.
So like I was gonna tell him to jump down to 12 and 13, get 12 and 13.
Okay, yeah, great. This is verse 1 Peter 4 and 12. It says, beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you, and just going into what, what I'm saying? The Lord actually, is constantly judging the world. Sometimes, I think the Lord just created new judgments that brothers are gonna have to go through, things that aren't specifically always common, And this is verse 13. It says, but rejoice in as much as ye are partakers of Hamashiach's sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. So yeah, man, all that suffering, all that pain, the loss, the hurt that you're going to receive, man, it's going to be really nothing, upon the return of the Lord willing you be at that number, She got it up.
This back in Sirach 2, verse 8. He that fear the Lord, believe in him, and your reward shall not fail. So basically, no matter what we do, we gotta continue to believe in Yahweh Hashem and Shai. And all the things the brothers talk about in the scriptures they brought out, new bodies, thousands of children, many women that most guys are looking for, and the reward gonna be given to you.
I got something too. $40. What do you sell?
This is First Peter chapter 1, verse 7. The trial of your faith is much more the trial of your faith being much more precious than of gold that perisheth, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Yahweh Shai Mashiach. Verse 8, whom having not seen ye love, and whom though now ye see him not, yet believing ye rejoice with joy unspeakable and full of glory. Verse 9, receiving the end of your faith, even the salvation of your soul.
You want to see something more about
Yeah, you're not like, well, all the things that we're gonna have to go through at the end of that is gonna make a more solid man at the end of that. So, man of the Lord, really.
Yeah, and in verse 9 it says, receiving the end of your faith. All right, and that's our ultimate goal.
Right.
All right, because when we come into this, all right, when we begin to plow for the Lord, all right, the goal is to finish, man. All right, and when we finish, we receive the end of our faith. And the end of our faith is a crown. All right. And that's what the whole finishing our course and this walk is about, man. To get to that end.
If I can say real quick, because I always relate this truth to mathematics. When you find that word math, it really derives from truth. Now what this brother just said was spot on, right? At the end of our faith, we receive the end of our faith. That means we don't need faith anymore because now we can see it. We can see.
We got it.
Yeah, it's been obtained. But you got I just wanted to make that little point.
I got you get it 42. Yeah, this is the book of Acts, chapter 14, verse 22. It says, confirm the souls of the disciples and exhort them to continue in faith, and that we through much tribulation enter in the kingdom of the Most High. So, Lord, tell me off, we go through tribulation, we go get tried, but we know there's a great reward if we make it to the end. The Lord let us know off, man. Hey, y'all keep going, keep persevering. I got you. So that's what we always trust and believe in the Lord, man. God. Go ahead with the shot. Book of Sirach, chapter 24, verse 24. It says, think not to be strong in the Lord, that he may confirm, cleave unto him, for the Lord Almighty is the Most High alone, and besides him, there is no other Savior. To get that word confirmed too. Somebody else get you read it in the book. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 24, verse 24. Again, it says, think not to be strong in the Lord, that he may confirm you. Cleave unto him, for the Lord Almighty is the Most High alone. And besides him, there is no other Savior. Well, yeah, so in this walk, we understand that the things that we go through, it's part of the Lord proving us, confirming us. Like the brother brought out in the second, the Sirach 2 and 5, being tried as gold, acceptable men. I'm butchering it, but acceptable men in adversity. What was it? The furnace. The furnace of adversity. All right. Yeah, so we've been proven, that we're worthy of the crown that we reaching out for, man. All right. So we gotta be confirmed. You gotta go through something. All right. You got it.
That's a spirit. We just went in the over there. We're talking about reprobate, somebody that's not worthy.
Yes.
Rejected. So this is where confirmed. It's a mid 13th century. It says confirmed. You have the prefix con, which means with or together, and firm, which means strengthen. So it's to be together, we strengthen each other. That's to strengthen, to establish, all right, proof or evidence says to prove strong, steadfast, to make valid. That's how making us valid right now. He's making up the Jew. That's why we're being confirmed, Jacob.
Yeah, I got a point to back up what you just made, where you said, we all gonna go through something, and that's a telltale sign that the Lord's dealing with you. It's like an analogy with the video game. If you're just not coming into any conflict in the video game, you're playing the game wrong.
Going the wrong way.
You're going the wrong way. Each level you go to, it gets harder and harder until you beat the game and you get the reward. So by us going,
No, you go finish. I'm a pat.
So by us going through these different trials and tribulations, we counted, joy that we go through these things. What the apostle Paul saying in 2 Corinthians 12, I glorify in these things I'm going through because through my afflictions that strengthens, the power and the glory of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. I'm gonna just get this real quick. Hebrews 12. I'm gonna start at verse 5. And ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children. My son, despise not thou the chastening of the Lord, nor faint when thou art rebuked. For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth, and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth. If ye endure chastening, if ye endure, the Most High dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the father chasteneth not? And a father that actually gives a damn about his children to correct them, because what? He wants them to go on the right path. If you just don't give a shit about your son and want to be his best friend, then you set him up for failure. But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then are ye bastards and not sons. You're fatherless, like these heathens out here, and like 2/3 of our people on this side are right now. The Lord's let them build up their wickedness. So when that judgment comes, it's going to be horrific and justly deserved. As the elder brother Yakana goes in all the time, we're going through this fire of trial and tribulation right now so that we can avoid that physical nuclear fire.
I just was gonna add on to what you were saying. You said it's like playing a video game, you turn it back and going the other way. And what happens when you do that? You either run into a brick wall or the game will tell you turn back or you'll die. Just add on to what you said.
This is same in the book of Hebrews, chapter 10 and 35. It says, cast not away, therefore, your confidence, which again, confidence is synonymous with faith, which have great recompense of reward. For ye have need of the patience that after ye have done the will of Yahweh Shemel Shai, ye might receive the promise. For yet a little while, and he that shall come will come and will not tarry. Now the just shall live by faith, but if any man draw back, my soul shall have no pleasure in him. But we are not of them who draw back unto perdition, but of them that believe to the saving of the soul. Come, So it say, don't cast away that faith, man. Ultimately is the gist of it, because the men that's supposed to be that's going to be allotted to receiving these crowns, that's not a quality that they're going to have. What you were speaking of earlier, that was kind of like the topic of the week. You can't quit this thing. You can't quit the truth.
Yeah, because you see after that the recompense.
It says, cast away not that you're confident, but you have patience after you have done. I'm just read it again. With God, you might receive the promise for yet a little while, and he that shall come will come and will not tarry. Now the just shall live by faith, but if any man draw back, my soul shall have no pleasure in him. But we are not of them who draw back unto perdition, but of them that believe in the saving of the soul. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you said something about the recompense of your faith or something.
Oh, that's no, that was
Cast away.
what is it?
I'm talking about cast away your favor.
Yeah, that was verse 35. Cast not away therefore your confidence, which have great recompense of reward.
Yes, which has great recompense of reward.
Mm-hmm.
We know what that great reward is. We've been going into this whole live camp, man. Salvation, a crown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got it. Pretty simple. This James 1:12. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord had promised to them that love him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's verse 12. So he promised us that, like, the Lord word don't come back for it. That's a promise he made to us. We could put our faith in that, so to speak. We could put all our eggs in one basket off his word.
So he's not a man that's a lie. The Lord, not gonna lie about it. What he got to lie for?
He ain't lied yet.
Right.
Everything he prophesied would take place in the past took place, and we can see everything he's prophesying is about to take place is happening right on time.
Mm-hmm.
So if Jacob's trouble, judgment, and all that's coming, and we see it coming, then when it talks about the salvation and the crowning ceremony and getting the victor at the end, you think that's not going to come?
Right.
Yeah, that confirms the other side, the balance of it. If one gonna come, then the other one it just gotta it's together. It's,
Right. He ain't lied yet, but I'm going to gamble on the what if. What?
0% that you have.
Yeah.
Right.
You're gonna bet on that 0%.
That's crazy.
Nothing.
Hey, that builds up your faith even more. When you see, again, when you see everything else coming to pass, all the judgments, the prophecies, the wars, the mark of the beast is right around the corner, then what? Again, if that's coming, then shit.
Right.
If I hold on, hey, I got a chance of getting that crown by Yahweh Shai
God.
and him telling you, good work, my son, my brother, my fellow king, my friend,
There.
Israelite indeed.
Khan, Yasharala, princes of the power.
This is real quick. This is Revelation chapter 22 and 12. It's in red letters. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me to give every man according to his work shall be.
Read one more time.
Revelation 22 and 12. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me to give every man according as his work shall be.
Yes. Yes, so Yahweh side, he's saying the reward is with him. All right. So all we gotta do is just make it, all right, to where it's time for him to give the reward out. All right, and we good. And what's that reward is gonna be that's the end of our faith, man. All right, where we receive that crown that we've been striving for. All right. Wrap it up. Yeah, that's it. That's all. It comes. All right, so with that, hope this live camp was edifying. Before we get out of here, I'm gonna give infinite honors and prayers to Yahweh.
Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakodash.
Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone, and salutations to the prophets pushing this truth, all right, across the four corners, and also the 1/3 elect, man. With that, I'm gonna say Shalom.
Shalom.
Baba Ba.
Baba Ba.
Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
Shalom.
Shalom.